Hey everyone, this is Heather here again, and this is going to be another video in our series on how to use the complex tools under the complex tools header in Tradytics. So this tool is called Eiten, and this is a portfolio tool and a long-term investing tool. So if you want to invest in a portfolio in the long run, then you can create a portfolio based on your choice of stocks, and you can see how well it performed in the past and how well it might perform in the future. Please note that the portfolios are going to the tool is going to show you the performance of the portfolios in the past, and past performance doesn't always correlate with future performance, so please keep that in mind. But other than that, this is a really useful tool to generate trade ideas for your portfolios and long-term investing accounts. So let's see. So we have a ticker symbol field here. So the set of stocks that we want to use, we are going to add them here. So we add, let's say we add Apple, SPY, let's see, Tesla. Let's also add SQQ, that's an inverse ETF, and let's generate a portfolio. So when you click on portfolio, it's going to take some time to generate different kinds of portfolios for you with different weights, and it's going to show you the performance of all those portfolios. So let's give it a few seconds. This is going to take some time. Actually, we just got it. So now for 5 of our portfolios, these are different algorithms behind the scenes, so you don't need to know what these do. These are just different names. Then for 5 of these portfolios, you have gotten the weights. So let's say you had $1,000. You're going to put about 10% of those $1,000 into Apple, and you're going to buy Apple. Then you're going to put about 54% of your total money, about $540, to short SQQ, and then you're going to, let's say, spend $350 on Tesla. Obviously, Tesla is one share is $700, so instead of 1,000, let's do 10,000, and you'll get these exact values for the shares that you want to buy or sell or short for this portfolio. So if you did this, let's say 2 years ago, then this would be your performance. Then in the last, let's say, 600 days, 600 trading days, you would have accumulated about 300% profits. So these are the backtest results. These are the portfolio returns in the next 30 days. So if you have this portfolio, then based on historical performance, again, historical performance does not always correlate with future performance, but based on historical performance, our system thinks that these might be the future returns for this portfolio. And in the last 7 days, if we had followed this portfolio, these were the returns. So we did reach about 5%, but right now we are still positive, but we are sitting at around 0% profits from this portfolio if we just went into it 7 days ago. If today is May 3rd, April 30th was the last trading day. So if we went into this portfolio on April 23rd, then this would be our results. The Sharpe ratio was 0.11. This is not great. You always want a Sharpe ratio of greater than 0.5. Then we have the maximum daily return. So there was one day where we had 6% returns. Maximum daily risk is minus 6.5%. So the daily return maximum should always be greater than maximum daily return, maximum daily risk. So this is not really a good portfolio, although the returns were so huge. As you can see, the dip was also huge. So we went from about 100% to, let's say, 30%, which was a 70% decrease in just a week or two. Then we have the forward returns, about 1%. Simulated returns are in the next 30 days are 13%. We can also see some other, let's say, portfolios. So this one, the simulated returns are only 4.9%, about 5%. The backtest returns are 83%. And you actually need to short SPY here and buy Apple and buy Tesla, and don't do anything with SQQ. So again, an interesting idea. We have the stats, and then we have the actual performance in the last 7 days. We have the min risk portfolio. This is again, as the name implies, this is the minimum risk portfolio. So it's going to show you some values that are going to give you the minimum risk possible. And as you can see, the loss here has only been about 10%, which is probably a large loss, but still the idea here is that what's the portfolio that we can develop that is going to give you the minimum risk. It doesn't look at the reward at all. It just wants to reduce the risk. You can see that in reality, again, we went down, but in the last 7 days we are sitting at right the zero, and in the next 30 days the returns might just be 0.3. So this portfolio is probably a hedging portfolio because you obviously want positive returns. This is just sort of an idea generation tool. Then we have the max sharp. This should actually improve these, but sometimes it doesn't because it doesn't find any combination based on the algorithm that finds a really good set of these things that are going to then give you profit. So you can see that simulated returns are negative, backtest returns are pretty bad as well for this one. So let's just skip that. And then we have exponential, which seemed okay as well. So the sharp for this is the highest. The first two were 0.11. This is providing us a 0.13. The maximum daily return 1.89 is better than the maximum daily risk 1.52. So this one seems like a good portfolio, and we can see what it's doing. So it's buying Apple and Tesla, and it's shorting SPY, so that the portfolio is slightly balanced in the market. It's not either bullish or bearish, because if SPY goes up, then probably Tesla goes up as well, since Tesla is a part of SPY. And if SPY goes down, then Tesla goes down as well, which is why we are shorting one and we are buying the other. So this is where some of the intelligence of these algorithms come in. They know that if you short this and buy this and then buy this, since both of these probably are components of SPY, then you'll have probably an equal amount of bullish and bearish concentration in your portfolio, which is why on average your portfolio might perform well. So we can see that the portfolio actually in the last 600 trading days performed really well. There were no big drawdowns. So I think this was where March was. Look at how small the drawdown was. So this was a really good portfolio. The expected returns are 4%, and then the actual forward returns are about minus 1.5%, but these are only from the last 7 days. These portfolios are for long term, 1-2 years. In the long run, they'll probably perform really well. So this is how we can, you can clear everything out. This is how we can choose different stocks that we want to add in our portfolio, add a combination of all of them here and generate portfolios, different kinds of them, minimum risk, maximum sharp, exponential worked really well here. And then we can get some ideas on what to do with the stocks in our portfolio, whether we want to short them or go long on them. So we can generate tons of ideas and actually see historical stats for those ideas. So this is again an investing tool, and you might find it useful to generate tons of really great ideas. So that's it for this tool. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.